Now in the NHC, for the past 5-6 years, the conversation has begun and ended with Homestead when you're talking about a conference title. Your man, Zach Terrell, you've got Terrell withdrawal right now.
Yeah, I do.
So what do you have running through your veins as far as the NHC goes?
Well, Homestead is still regarded the favorite. Randy Hudgens told Reggie Hayes, our columnist, the other day that until somebody knocks them off, Homestead is still Homestead and they're still the favorite. But boy, there's a lot of competition at the top of the NHC with Columbia City, Carroll. East Noble has a new coach. You don't know what you're going to get from New Haven. They lost to Von Hurst. And so it's a muddled mess at the top of the NHC. Can Matt, and I'll mispronounce this probably, Skronik, okay. He is replacing the Zach Terrell, but they do have a wide receiver who's an IU commit, and Isaac Griffith, so that's a nice weapon to be able to rely on. And Matt has played 2 years of JV football, so it's not like he's never been, well, I don't want to say been under center, because you're never under center hardly at all at Homestead, but it's not like he hasn't played in any games. But, you know, I really think Columbia City will step up and overtake Homestead this year. And isn't that a testament to what Randy Hudgens has done there? Because remember 4 years ago as you and I sat here and Columbia City was scratching just to try to win some games, and now we're talking about they could win the NHC.
Yep, 4 years ago Randy Hudgens had this team making a push in the playoffs, and that's when you saw the program start to turn after a tough regular season in his first year there. Well, you want to take a look at teams that took a huge step last year. You'd have to say the Carroll Chargers. They'll be in Doug Dinan's third year. They won 8 games, their first winning season in 7 years last year. And they returned 8 starters back on defense. Doug Dinan, he's an offensive guy when he came over from Snyder, but this is a really good defense. And although Chris Terry will replace Grant Wilson at quarterback, they've got some offensive weapons as well.
Well, we have talked for years and years that Carroll should be a sleeping giant. There's no reason Carroll shouldn't be good in football. They just needed the right guy to get the plan in place and start building a program and getting the kids to believe. Doug Dinan's done that. And you're right. They are strong on the side of the ball that you really want to be strong at, and that's defensive. And so the Chargers, they're going to be right in that mix with Columbia City and Homestead as well. And so, yeah, look for Carroll to, they could make a run deep in the playoffs if they get a little bit of a stable offense to go with that defense.
And New Haven, you mentioned a little bit of a wild card. They're high on a guy named Anthony Moore. They say he's going to be just as good as Tavon Hurst. Of course, you never know. 5,000 yards, 70 touchdowns in 2 years is pretty darn good.
Yeah, but Anthony did average nearly 6 yards per carry last year in a limited role, and so he's got talent. New Haven, again, has a lot of those Harding kids that have moved in, so they do have talent. Their numbers are up. And, you know, the Bulldogs, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. They always will be.
All right, so it should be pretty tight at the top of the NHC as Homestead looks for a new starting quarterback in Carroll, and some of those other schools, Columbia City, look to improve off last season.